We did know each other, yeah. We met through my partner, Leslie Bibb, and they did a movie together. And yeah, we socialized in a bar in Brooklyn and talked about working together.
And then here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, God. We're from the same planet. We just...
Yeah, we're just actor nerds, you know?
Yeah, we
Character
are.
actors.
Character actors. He's very giving, which I follow his career. So when I met Leslie and she told me, I was like, ah! I fanned out. And I was like, you gotta introduce me. You gotta introduce me. And like he said, we hung out in Brooklyn. And I've just been a fan of his work. And I'm always interested in working with people that I think is going to challenge me. You know what I mean? I can carry a scene if I have to, but that's not fun. You want a sparring partner. You want somebody that's going to throw you stuff to make you raise the bar, right? And that's Sam. When he signed on, I was over the moon. I was like, this is going to be good. This is going to be good because I know how following him, I just know that he gives it his all. He disappears when he goes into these characters, and that's a dream. You want to work with people like that.
I knew from the moment I saw Hustle and Flow that Taraji and I would have good chemistry. I'm not sure what that is, but Taraji just has this, it's a combination of tough and soft, you know, and vulnerable and tough. And there's something just, I don't know, I saw you in that movie and I got just obsessed with you in that. And then we found a way to work together. And like I said before, I didn't know it was going to be something like this, but I was like, all right, you know, this is what it is. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Know?
Anne was a powerhouse activist in the 60s, 70s, and she was very poor. And she just fought for the rights of others. And even though she didn't have much, see, it doesn't take money to love. You don't have to have a lot of money to care about people. You know, you just have to have a heart and compassion. And that's what she had. She was a Christian woman who believed in God's love, which was all-inclusive and unconditional. That's why she was able to appeal to this man who was so full of hate. But when you call yourself a Christian, that's the type of work Christians do. You know, they got to rise above the hate, and they got to love, and that's very hard to do. It's very hard to do when people are saying the most hateful things to you. But if that's your calling, you got to rise. And she did. And so did CP. Eventually.
That's right. That's right. Well, she changes him, you know. But yeah, he did some bad things. He was not a you know, he had a journey to take, and she got him there. You just have to find the humanity in a guy like this in order for people to understand him.
It's always fun playing those characters that people love to hate. I want to play more of them. I always get the morally correct character. Or strong. I want to be bad, because the trick in playing the bad guy, if you play a bad guy and everybody hates you, you didn't do your job. The trick is to play a bad guy that people feel for.
Yeah, that's right. I liked you in that movie where you were the
assassin.
Yeah, that was a
Smoking
great.
Aces.
Yeah, and what's her name? Was your
Alicia Keys.
Yeah, that was great. That was cool. I liked that relationship you guys had. That was really.
She wasn't really a bad guy though.
Yeah, I guess she was kind of a cool guy.
She was just cool. I'm talking a bad, morally incorrect, like
Hannibal Lecter.
What? Yeah, like you question everything.
Yeah.
I haven't played one yet. It was through her belief in God and unconditional love. When she stopped fighting him the same fight, they were fighting the same fight. Hate. Even though she was on the right side, it still came off as hate to him. He wasn't hearing it. He was hearing, you don't like me, I don't like you, right? So until she tapped into God's love, again, like I said, it's all-inclusive, unconditional, and she really saw him as a human, then she was able to reach him, right? Love wins every time. I know it's cliche. I know you see the hashtags all the time, but it is the truth. Think about it. Hate's objective is to destroy. So if hate ever wins, it will be the end of humanity as we know it. Love wins. Love is life. You birth out of love. You make love, you have a baby out of love. You know, love always wins. Always. And until she tapped into love, till she changed, she wasn't going to change him until she changed.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, again, she has to change in order for him to change, and that's a big component to this. And Bill Riddick has to be given credit for, organizing these charrettes, but yeah.
And Bill Riddick actually got Ann to change. She challenged her thinking, right? Because the whole time she thought she was right. I'm right about everything. They were both the same person.
Yeah,
they were both the same person trying to get their point across using the same tactics, and they were clashing.
There's some great scenes in this movie that really happened, like the scene at the gas station with Bill and C.P., the scene in the cafeteria with Bill, C.P., and Ann. That's pretty much verbatim. That scene where they first meet. That's a hilarious scene. And there's a few scenes like that are just, it's astonishing to think that this, and he really tore up his card,
I want people to know that hate is actually taught. It is taught. No one is born to hate. That man really didn't have hate in his heart. Because if he was born to hate, he wouldn't have tore that card up, right? So hate is taught. And once we sit down to understand where it comes from and why, if you're on the other side, if you're on the right side, and all you do is hate back, you're just as guilty as the person that you're calling the racist or the hater. Somebody got to shut up and listen. And really listen for understanding. Not listen to respond or react. Not listen to get my point across, because mine's more important than yours. No, let me understand where you're coming from first. And now I'm going to try a different approach.
Well, yeah, that's true. You have to go to the source of the hate. You have to sort of find out why that's happening. And get to the heart of that in order to change it first.
It's like an alcoholic. You got to know you have a problem first, right? Oh, okay, yes, I do drink a little too much. Now, what makes me drink? What is the trigger that makes me gotta pick that? You see what I mean? It's the same thing with hate. It's a disease.
We had a lot of levity. Once you get your feet wet and you start yelling at each other, and then you got to tell some jokes and stuff.
We laughed a lot in between. We listened to music. We did a lot in between takes. That's what actors do. We live in between takes.
Yeah, that's right. And between interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get up, he's gonna get up and stretch, and we're gonna talk about something until the next person comes in.